In part 1, we exposed 5 healthy foods that are worse than junk food. Your yogurt has doubled the sugar of ice cream. Your sports drink is sugar water with a logo. Your smoothie is owned by Coca-Cola. But we saved the worst for this video. These 5 foods aren't just unhealthy. They're part of a 40-year experiment that the US government just admitted got wrong. Number 1 will change how you eat breakfast tomorrow. Let's finish this. Number 5. Granola and granola bars. Granola bars are in every gym bag, every office drawer, every school lunchbox. The packaging has pictures of oats and honey and sunshine. A chocolate brownie Cliff Bar contains 20 grams of added sugar. The American Heart Association's Daily Max for women, 25 grams. One bar gets you 80% there. But the moment that should change how you think about granola bars came from ABC's Good Morning America. They brought in registered nutritionist Maya Feller and compared nutrition bars to candy bars. A Lara bar, 200 calories, 23 grams of sugar. A Kit Kat, 210 calories, 21 grams of sugar. The nutritionist looked at both and said, quite similar. They then compared a Cliff Bar to a Reese's peanut butter cup plus an egg white combined. The Cliff Bar had more calories and more fat than the candy and the egg white together. One costs $1, and everyone knows it's candy. The other costs $3 and makes you feel virtuous while eating the same thing. The sugar is disguised as brown rice syrup, corn syrup, honey, agave, but your body processes it identically. Sugar is sugar. Number 4. Store-bought trail mix. Trail mix was designed for hikers burning thousands of calories on mountains. Today, it's eaten on couches during Netflix binges. Here's where it gets deceptive. The serving size on a bag of trail mix? 1/4 cup. That's 1 cupped palm. About 140 to 200 calories. Nobody eats 1/4 cup of trail mix. Natalie Rizzo, a registered dietitian, told NBC's Today in December 2025, people eat 2 or 3 handfuls, and if you're adding M&Ms, you're basically having the calories of an entire meal. 3 or 4 handfuls can easily hit 600 to 800 calories. That's more than a Big Mac, and look at what's actually in the popular varieties. Planters' S'mores trail mix contains marshmallows and graham crackers. The ingredient list on some reads, hydrogenated palm kernel oil, wax, corn syrup, and multiple forms of sugar. That's not a hiking snack. That's a bag of candy with some nuts sprinkled in. One mindless Netflix session with a bag of trail mix, over 800 calories, more than a Big Mac. And you'll walk away thinking you made the healthy choice. Number 3. Low-fat and fat-free packaged foods. This one isn't about a single product. This is about an entire category of food and a 40-year experiment that failed. For decades, Americans were told fat was the enemy. Low-fat milk, fat-free dressing, reduced-fat peanut butter. The message from the government, the doctors, the food industry: cut the fat and you'll be healthier. It started with the 1977 McGovern Committee Dietary Guidelines. The food industry responded aggressively. Entire product lines were reformulated. Fat came out. But the food still had to taste good. So what went in? Sugar, high fructose corn syrup, thickeners, emulsifiers, stabilizers. Teresa Fung, adjunct professor at Harvard School of Public Health, explained it plainly. If you see a product that's free of one ingredient like fat, it's likely higher in sugar, thickeners, or emulsifiers to compensate. And fat serves a critical biological function. It slows sugar digestion. It helps you feel full. Remove it, and sugar hits your bloodstream faster, sharper insulin spikes, and you're hungry sooner. So you eat more. Americans followed the low-fat guidelines. They bought the products. They did what they were told. And during those exact same decades, obesity rates tripled. On January 7, 2026, the US government released completely overhauled dietary guidelines. The message was a full reversal. Protein, full-fat dairy, butter, olive oil, healthy fats. They explicitly warn against ultra-processed, low-fat alternatives. 40 years reversed. The reduced fat peanut butter in your pantry? They removed the healthy fats and added sugar. Your body already knew this. It took the government 4 decades to catch up. Number 2. Fruit juice, including 100% juice. This is the one most people refuse to believe, because it's fruit. It says 100% juice on the label. How can fruit juice be bad for you? A 12-ounce Coca-Cola, 39 grams of sugar. Apple juice, 36 grams. Orange juice, 33 grams. Grape juice, 36 grams. Over 13 teaspoons. Apple juice has nearly the same sugar as a can of Coke. Grape juice has significantly more. Barry Popkin at the University of North Carolina, one of the world's leading beverage health researchers, told NPR, 100% fruit juice is as bad as sugar-sweetened beverages for its effects on our health. The difference between juice and whole fruit is one word: fiber. When you eat an apple, fiber slows sugar absorption. When you drink apple juice, the fiber is gone. Sugar hits your bloodstream at the same speed as soda. Your body can't tell the difference, and liquid calories don't trigger fullness the same way solid food does. People don't eat less at their next meal after drinking juice. Those calories just stack on top. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends a maximum of 4 to 6 ounces of juice per day for young children. That's half a cup. Yet millions of families give their children unlimited juice because it's fruit. Nobody gives their child a can of Coca-Cola for breakfast, but millions pour them apple juice with nearly the same sugar. And here's the ownership: Tropicana, PepsiCo, Minute Maid, Coca-Cola. The same companies making your soda are selling you juice as the healthy alternative. Different label, same sugar. Number 1. Breakfast cereals, especially heart-healthy and whole grain. Every morning, millions of Americans open the cabinet, grab a box with a heart logo on the front, and pour what the packaging promises is a balanced, heart-healthy, whole grain breakfast. That cereal is, by scientific classification, an ultra-processed food. The same category as hot dogs, instant noodles, and frozen pizza. Here's what whole grain cereal actually goes through. The grains are subjected to extrusion, extreme heat and pressure that breaks down the original food structure. They're coated in sugar and corn syrup. Artificial colors and preservatives are added. Then, synthetic vitamins are literally sprayed on to the finished product. Those vitamins on the box? Not naturally occurring, added during manufacturing. You could spray the same vitamins on a candy bar and list them on the label. Americans get 55% of their daily calories from ultra-processed food. CDC data, 2025. Breakfast cereal is one of the most consumed categories. The healthy ones? Honey Nut Cheerios, heart logo on the box, 12 grams of sugar. Raisin Bran, 17 to 19 grams. Kashi Go Lean, 13. Granola cereals from Bare Naked and Kind, up to 20 grams, comparable to a frosted donut. But the most damning evidence came from the National Institutes of Health. In 2019, Dr. Kevin Hall conducted what many consider the most rigorous study ever done on ultra-processed food. 2 diets matched precisely for calories, sugar, fat, fiber, and macronutrients. The only difference? One used ultra-processed foods. The other used whole foods. The result? People eating ultra-processed foods consumed 500 extra calories per day. Not because the food had more calories, because something about ultra-processed food drives the body to eat more. The ultra-processed group gained weight. The whole food group lost weight. 500 extra calories every single day. Not willpower, not portion control, the food itself. Stanford's Christopher Gardner put it simply. What used to be known as junk food is now considered ultra-processed due to the addition of additives. That's the problem. The single most deceptive health food in America sits in a bright box on your kitchen counter. Heart logo on the front, whole grains as the first ingredient. And after that, sugar, corn syrup, modified cornstarch, artificial colors, and preservatives. Part of a balanced breakfast. You've heard it since childhood. But by every scientific measure, it's an ultra-processed food linked to obesity, heart disease, depression, and cancer. 10 foods, all marketed as healthy. All of them, by the numbers, by the research, as bad as or worse than the junk food they're supposed to replace. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that's the point. 3 things you can do right now. First, flip the package over, ignore the front. Read the actual ingredient list and the sugar content. That's where the truth is. Second, choose the whole version. Real yogurt instead of flavored. Actual fruit instead of juice. Full-fat peanut butter instead of reduced fat. Third, stop trusting packaging. 5 ingredients you can pronounce will almost always serve you better than 35 you can't. In January 2026, the US government rewrote its dietary guidelines. The message? Eat real food. After 40 years of low fat, they reversed course. The science caught up. Now, it's your turn. If this changed how you look at your grocery cart, share it with someone who still thinks their granola bar is healthy. Subscribe to Food Files, because we're just getting started. Next time, we're going behind the counter at America's biggest fast food chains to find out what employees will never tell you. I'll see you then.